Status check to proceed with terminal count. Atlas systems. Propulsion.
Go.
Hydraulics.
Go.
Pneumatics.
Go.
LO2.
Go.
Water.
Go. Clear to proceed.
Launch director.
You have permission to launch.
Proceeding with the count.
LD, go for launch.
Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully the audio sounds good. I'll check in. We are live for the historic launch. Oh my god. This is the historic launch of Starship 24 with Super Heavy Booster 7, and holy crap, we are in for a show as we not only have audio directly from SpaceX's live feeds, we have the official YouTube SpaceX stream, but we have tons, and I mean tons of cameras to show you. And until now, I'm not at Starbase, so unfortunately I can't track the rocket and feel the sound and put my microphones there, but we do have a oh my god, I was set it up oh my god. But yeah, let me actually yeah, this is one of the live views here. So let me just sorry everyone, I should set up the stream. Like really set up the stream, but you know what? We also have the right here. We'll get to the views in just a second. I'm just make sure that every single thing is working. Okay, this countdown info. Yeah. So, oh my god, this is like historic. There's like 50 bajillion views on SpaceX's stream. And okay, there we go. Launch. Starship. Ship. How's everyone doing? Oh my god, their feed is kind of... There we go. I fixed it. Hopefully. Now I need to go through the feeds and just make sure that There's some sort of problem. Oops. Alright, sorry everyone. Let me get this one. So yeah, let's go through the views, guys. So this is one of them. It's a live view from, I believe. Oops, sorry, my countdown. My countdown is crap. Sorry. T minus 1 hour and 20. Okay. 50. What? Yeah. This one. Yeah. D8. There we go. That's the countdown. Now it's actually okay. So everyone, here we go. Oh, better get that out. Okay, so we have this one, which is looking towards the mount right there. We then have this one, which is another NASA spaceflight camera. Yep, this is looking. Oh, we have another one which is also looking towards the ship. Yeah, I'll get that one instead. Sorry, guys. Changing cameras. I should get. I will probably insert a few more cameras. I really didn't have time to create this. This stream is amazing, but like until now, there's still some of the things. There we go. Oh, you're joking. Oh, this. Okay, I changed it. Now it's this one. Okay, then we have a multi-camera view, but I need to fix that one. Then we have. Okay, I don't need this one. This one. Oh, it's the same. Wait, what? I don't understand this one. Okay, so this one we have this countdown. This thing is going to change to yeah, to this one. There we go. Now we have a good looking setup. Do you have the countdown burst? Okay. There we go. We also have this one. By the way, guys, sorry. I'm still troubleshooting some things. There we go. So we have this one. We have a couple other ones. We have this one from. Oh, can you guys hear? Yeah. So we have that one. We also have. There's a lot of repeated ones here. So yeah, have this one, which is a very good view. Hopefully we can see that. And then there's another one right here, very on the end, and there's another Starbase live view. So that's going to be exciting. So now I need to organize everything. So, yeah. Oops. There we go. This is historic, by the way. For those that are just joining right now, this is the world's biggest rocket. I think even bigger than SLS. So yeah, this is definitely an exciting moment in spaceflight history. So yeah. Just going right here. Oh, no, these ones need to be in the end. By the way, if you're listening to me and saying, well, what the heck is Kion doing? I'm organizing my stream so I can have everything looking good. Right here in OBS, and hopefully we get a nice stream. So, if you're enjoying, I'll say it, please hit the like button and subscribe, guys. I know it's part of YouTube stuff, but it really means a lot to me, and it will help keep growing the content, and you know, helps me a lot. So we'll have this main cam, then this one, then this one, then this one, this one, this one cam. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, now I just need to replace with that multi-camera view, which has this, and let's go with the booster. Cause it's really not. It's fun. It's the booster. So I'll just get it scaled right here. Probably looking off. Okay. We'll just adjust. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Like the idea of a frame, but yeah. Oh. High res. Maybe, yeah, let's put this one. Fit to screen. SpaceX, you put the background. Okay, so here we have a multi-camera view of ship and booster. So yeah, let me see how my stream is doing before I continue making stuff, and I'm also going to put another live cam. There's multiple views, so yeah, there's multiple views, sir. Yeah, there's this one. So yeah, I definitely have a little bit of work to do, as well as oh my god, all of lab pod. Oh. So yeah, we have a few other cameras, which I'm going to be right back in just a second. Oh my god, 2 people watching. Hello everyone. I'm going to just change the thumbnail to my thumbnail, which is a great looking thumb. Oh my god, 3 likes. You guys are so generous. Oh my god, thank you so much. Am I seeing her okay? Oh, let me just change the thumbnail real quick to the great, amazing looking. Oh god, that's the SpaceX folder. No. ET thumbnails. I'll probably do a video on all of my thumbnails. Where's the one that I did in Photoshop? I don't have it right. If I change it to all files. Where's Starship? It's probably not here, right? Yeah, there we go. OFT. Convert. Oh my god. I can convert this to a JPEG. Oh my god, seriously? No way. Yeah, just convert to a JPEG. There we go. And then we'll have, yeah, both of these. Oh, let me drag them into the folder. go. And another one. Is that okay? Yeah. I have been recently learning Photoshop, but that's nothing. Nothing nobody cares. Right. So, oh, there you go. OFT. So there we go, everyone. The official oh my god, the thumbnail looks great, doesn't it? Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So yeah. If you like to answer any questions, I should put the Control Shift and I thing, if this works. Please Control Shift I. Oh, it depends. Oh, I should. Okay, great. Yeah. I should also put this as my main thing, right? So yeah, everyone that's just joining, SpaceX is launching Starship, and in 2 minutes. Oh my god! SpaceX has almost half a million people waiting for the Starship test flight stream. Holy crap. That's great. Yeah, life, by the way, it's not just me rambling about space stuff. We'll have, okay, here we have another cool view. They're kind of shifting. This is NASA's spaceflight, right? It is NASA's spaceflight. Okay, so they're switching between cameras. So this one is the one that I want to show you. Guys, please don't say that doesn't look great. It's amazing. Okay. Oh my god, everyone is live. Shall I put Everyday Astronaut? Shall I steal your cameras? No. Oh my god, his live stream is amazing. Oh my god. Is that a drone that is flying? Can't be. Okay. If you have any questions, please leave them in the chat and tag me at Kion, and I'll try to answer you. Thank you, YouTube. Oh my god, 1 minute. And yeah, T-minus 50 minutes until liftoff of the historic Starship. Now, if you guys want to if you guys please just leave any chat comments in chat if you like, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. So you can drop them in, and yeah. Oh, hello, Silver Magazine. What is the prediction for today's launch? What do you mean, like, the weather, or what shall we expect? Can you type that in? Ryan King, are you here? I'm streaming. I am, how do you say this? No, I am streaming. I am streaming the launch. I am streaming. There we go. Ryan King, please. If anybody... Oh my god, we already have 3 people watching. 3 likes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Have any questions in chat, and sorry if some of them I can like answer, and if I can't answer, just type in chat is specifically what you want. The weather, and if you think that it will launch. Well, it surely will launch, because look at that. Look at this sunrise. I mean, holy majolies. This, I don't know if that's a word, but whatever. But that looks amazing. Look at that sunrise. I'll get another camera for you guys. Is it really sunrise or no? It's still sunrise. Look at that. Look at that view. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's amazing. By the way, anybody please share this stream with your friends on social media because it helps me stream the launch. And yeah, Ankla, you have 15, please. Ankla, why do you never join my streams? But yeah. We'll have more live views shortly, so just wait a little bit. If you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. Tag me at Kion, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. We are just under an hour until the world's most powerful rocket launches. And if you ask me, I don't need your question because I'll answer it right immediately. I'm just so damn excited for this launch. This is, guys. Yeah, I can't just describe this. This is historic. This is very exciting. Let me actually see how I sound. Oh no, we lost the view. Sorry, guys. Oh, they're live streaming. Oh my god, they're live streaming. SpaceX is live. Look at this. SpaceX is live, everyone. Here we go. Oh my god, look at this intro. My god, they're showing never before seen footage. Holy. Let's oh my god, sorry guys. I just need oh, please. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that, that's the intro, guys. Here we go. It's launching. Oh.
Good morning. You're looking at a live view of Starship as it awaits its first ever integrated flight test from Starbase, Texas, in just a little over from 40 minutes from now. Today, we're hoping to see our Super Heavy booster and Starship spacecraft, collectively referred to as Starship, lift off together for the first time.
Woo,
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kate Tice, Quality Systems Engineering Manager here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California.
And I'm Shiva Bharadwaj, a space operations engineer here at SpaceX. Now, as many of you know, Starship is SpaceX's latest and largest vehicle developed to date. It represents a fully reusable transportation system designed to carry both crew and cargo to Earth orbit, the Moon, Mars, and beyond.
If you've been following the development of Starship over the last couple of years, you know we've been doing a lot of testing leading up to this big one. Once fully developed, it will be
Whoa,
the
look at that
world's most
camera, look at
powerful
that
launch
camera.
vehicle, with twice the thrust of Saturn V rocket and the ability to carry up to 150
Oh,
metric tons
Starship.
to orbit.
Oh
For
my
reference,
God.
a 1-liter bottle of water is 1 kilogram, so 150 metric tons is basically 150,000 1-liter bottles of water, or, as I like to think of it, one rather lonely blue whale.
Now, today's test will be the
yes.
first of many as we work
cameras.
towards transitioning Starship from a developmental to an operational program. Our primary objective today is to gather as much data as we can around the fully integrated vehicles. That means the booster and the Starship and the ground systems. While we have flown Starship in the past, this will be the
look at those
first
cameras,
attempt of
guys.
Super Heavy and the first opportunity to validate how the two vehicles operate together.
Any data that we get helps improve the future builds of Starship will be considered a success for the purposes of today's test. Every milestone
onboard
beyond that
cameras.
is icing on the cake. The further we fly, the more data
Show
we
the
can
cameras,
collect.
guys, please.
If
Show
all goes
onboard,
well,
please,
today's flight
SpaceX.
test could last as long as 90 minutes from
Sorry if I'm
liftoff
not reading your chats,
to an
guys.
expected hard ocean landing
Oh my
for
God,
Starship.
thank you. Here
Whether
go.
we end the test with a hard landing or a rapid unscheduled disassembly, or some combination of both, excitement is pretty much guaranteed.
For
Now,
you,
if it
hello,
does all
everyone,
go
thank
well,
you.
Super Heavy
Oh,
will
look at
fire
that
up its
animation.
33 Raptor
That's so
engines,
cool.
and it'll lift
Look at
off
that.
from the launch pad down in South Texas. About 3 minutes into the flight, we're going to hope to see the Super Heavy separate from the Starship spacecraft.
this is
It'll then
crazy.
perform a flip maneuver. So there's that. You can see that on your screen. And then it'll boost back in order to make a hard landing in the Gulf of Mexico.
And while that's happening, we hope to see Starship's 6 second stage engines ignite and watch as Starship coasts for about an hour at altitudes ranging between 150 and 250 kilometers before re-entering Earth's atmosphere and make its own hard landing in the Pacific Ocean about 250-ish kilometers offshore.
Now, we are getting great camera views right now, but that's because we are on the launch pad, so we've got umbilicals and,
Look at
and
those
connections
onboard views,
straight
guys.
to the
Holy
vehicle.
crap,
But we aren't
we're-
expecting to get very many good views
Let's
once
go.
we get past booster separation.
Yeah, we
Beautiful
do promise,
camera.
though, for any views that we do get, we will share them in real time.
Oh, thank
We are
you,
watching
SpaceX.
live with you all,
Oh
so
my God.
we're excited to see those views ourselves as well.
Now, in a little bit, we are going to take a closer look at the vehicle and the launch pad. But first, today is a super exciting day.
Yes, it is.
Everyone on the teams across Starship have been preparing, doing a number of tests and dress rehearsals for today's launch attempt.
Yeah, that's exactly right. In fact, we saw a nice little recap of those tests in the intro video to today's webcast. For those of you that are following along, you know that many of those tests ended in those rapid unscheduled disassemblies, or RUDs as we like to call them. And it's been a long road to today. Just in 2022 alone, we had 9 static fires. We've had a couple of wet dress rehearsals. And of course, the launch control team has done numerous simulations as well.
So major shout out to the teams that have been preparing for today's full up integrated test. In fact, we've got a shot of
at
Star
that.
Command, the South Texas launch control team. Look at all the people ready for today's launch attempt.
Yeah, that right there is our South Texas Launch Control Center. That is basically ground zero for everything that is happening today, in addition to a couple other control rooms that we have operating as well, with operators on console, including the Mission Control Center here behind us here in Hawthorne, California. But with that being said, our very own Zachary Lupin is one of our SpaceX employees at our watch event in South Padre Island. Hey, Zach, how are things going on the ground?
It is a great day for a test launch today, Kate. Hello, everyone. My name is Zachary Lupin, and I'm an avionics reliability engineer here at SpaceX, and I'm at the Cameron County Amphitheater, where a growing number of SpaceX employees are gathering to watch what we hope is the first liftoff of a fully integrated Starship. Now, the Starship team has worked incredibly hard for today's launch test. Over the past weekend, teams held a launch readiness review, which included a comprehensive review of all of our vehicle systems, looking at avionics, GNC, communications, software, structures, as well as our Raptor engines and propulsion in general. Now, We are only about 5 miles away from the launch pad, so it's a pretty good view for today. And as we get into, as we start to approach T-0, everyone here is clearly very excited for the events that are happening today. So as we get closer to T0, I'm going to throw it back to Hawthorne to talk more about our rocket.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Zach. And we've actually got a little bit of a crowd forming behind us, too. Now, we've got a shot of Starship on the screen. The entire Starship structure you see is made of stainless steel. And when that's fully stacked, it stands about 120 meters tall and about 9 meters around. To help you give a sense of just how big that is, we've captured a video of some of our teams doing final integration prep work in advance of today's test flight.
Just like Falcon 9, Starship has 2 stages, which we will talk a little bit more about in a minute. But in addition to those 2 stages, Starship actually has a 3rd stage called Stage 0.
Nobody can
it consists
fly
of
drones,
all
but SpaceX can. But that kind of actually makes sense.
You can see a
Look
great
at
view of
that
it there on
beautiful
your
sky.
screen.
Okay, I'm
it's
gonna
truly
show.
an engineering feat in its
Listen
own right.
Oh my god.
And I feel like
Listen,
it's something we don't
listen,
talk
Drake.
about very often.
Listen.
There's a lot of infrastructure that goes into fueling and preparing the launch vehicle before a large test like this, and really any launch. Now, let's talk about Super Heavy. The name says it all. It's super, it's heavy, it's super heavy. It goes by some other names, the first stage or the booster, but whatever you call it, the Super Heavy will be the vehicle responsible for powering Starship against that mighty gravitational pull we've got here on Earth. And when it's fully operational, it's going to get Starship to orbit.
The booster alone stands about 70 meters tall and is about the same height as a fully integrated Falcon 9, but with a diameter roughly 2.5 times that of Falcon 9 and with 33 much larger engines.
Yeah, and having those engines, and oh my gosh, I love this shot. We can see looking up into the launch mount at the 33 engines on the booster. Those are each of the Raptor engines that's going to power today's launch attempt.
Yeah, this is an incredible view. One of my favorite views that we're going to get today. We don't have this kind of view on our Falcon 9 launches, so this is so exciting to see. You can even make out the paint markers indicating which engine is which. Like we said, there are 33 of them. So there's a lot of fire that's going to be coming out from those engines in just over 31 minutes from now. As we mentioned before, there are 33 of them on the Super Heavy, the booster, and we don't see it right now, but the cluster in the center are the ones that are actually going to gimbal and help steer the booster back down for its water landing in the Gulf.
Yeah, and they're a little bit different, Kate, than our Falcon engines. So on Falcon, we use a gas generator cycle. Here's a fantastic shot, actually, at the inner stage, so we can see the 6 engines that are on the ship side, 3 gimbaling in the middle, and then the vacuum engines, you can see 2 of them, and the other ones on the other side of the cluster in the middle here. So Raptor's a little bit different. It uses something called stage combustion, which means we basically pre-burn both the fuel side and the aux side, and then get those up to the right temperatures and pressures, and then mix them in the combustion chamber. It allows us to get higher thrust and higher efficiency on these engines than on Falcon 9. Now, Super Heavy also has 4 grid fins to assist with orienting itself.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to let the audio roll here. I'm sorry, but first things first, shout out to everybody in chat, everybody that's giving a like, subscribes, and, watching this stream. We have a few cameras, so we have this. Oh my god, SpaceX has so many amazing cameras, and look at those onboard cameras, just realizing that. And T-minus 30 minutes, this is looking amazing, the weather's looking amazing, and there's nothing that's going wrong right now. So we have SpaceX's main feed. Let's give a cam tour here. We have this one from Lab Padre. We have the Sapphire cam right here, which is a great looking camera right here. So that's it. We also have a NASA spaceflight camera. We have as well the Super Heavy camera right there, which is pretty cool. We're going to see it roar up to the sky. Let me just see. We have this one, which will have a live trajectory on, and I'll show that in just a second here. We have a ship view, so this is by NASA spaceflight as well, and I believe that's, yeah, we have a mission control audio here, and we have a multicam right here for you guys, so a bunch of cameras. Let's get back to
Off in both of those cases without needing the super heavy booster like we need here on Earth. Now, for today's test, Starship does not have its landing legs attached. That's because we aren't going to be attempting to return to the launch site or land on land. It's going to be doing another hard water landing at the end of today's test.
We can't wait. Starship is wrapped in a heat shield, which is composed of 18,000 hexagonal ceramic tiles designed to insulate the vehicle during atmospheric entry, where temperatures can be as high as 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. The hex-shaped tiles, like these ones that we have here, roughly make up about 2/3 of the vehicle. There's a couple of different geometries. The one that I have is for the circular portions of the vehicle, so it has this curvature to it. And the one that Shiva has.
Yeah, this kind is a hexagonal shape, and there's several thousand of these all across the body of the vehicle. And it's worth saying we need these because when a spacecraft re-enters from orbital velocity, it's going faster than the speed of sound and causes a lot of heat to build up that has to get dissipated by these heat shield tiles.
Yeah, thing that's really cool about these is they're super lightweight. Even just holding them, we're able to even just like hear how hollow they are because of the construction. But they do a great job of dispersing that heat during that atmospheric reentry. We actually produce these in-house at what we like to call the SpaceX bakeries. And they're located in Texas and Florida. So it's something that we designed and build in-house. And like we said, there's thousands of them. You can kind of see them on the exterior of the vehicle. So at this point in time, we are at T-minus 27 minutes and 18 seconds. So let's head on over to John Innsbrucker for an update on the countdown. Hey, John.
Thanks, Kate, and good morning. I'm John Innsbrucker, Principal Integration Engineer here at SpaceX. We're currently loading propellant from the ground system into both the first and second stages. Now, both vehicles use the same two propellants. Our fuel is liquid methane at a temperature of just over 100 kelvins, or about minus 272 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this is a different fuel from Falcon 9, where we use RP1 kerosene. And our oxidizer is liquid oxygen, the same as Falcon 9. But because there's no oxygen in space to support combustion, we have to bring our own. Now, a little bit of a recap. We did the go, no go poll at T-minus 1 hour and 45 minutes. And once the team gave their goes, we polled about 20 folks. We started loading propellants onto the booster at T-minus 1 hour and 39 minutes. And at T-minus 1 hour and 22 minutes, we began propellant loading of the ship, the second stage on Starship. Now, LOX loading of the second stage main tank is almost complete right now, but we'll actually stretch it out and wrap it up and finish at T-minus 5 minutes. And then at T-minus 3 minutes, as the booster finishes loading, the vehicle will be fully loaded with just over 10 million pounds propellant. Now, currently in the countdown, we've just passed the T-minus 26 minute mark. The good news is weather's looking good. You can see the blue skies there on the camera views from the drone. The only thing we're watching is winds. They are within limits at ground level. We expect they may pick up a little bit as we get farther into the window should we need to go that far. But the good news right now is that the weather is looking good. The range also is looking pretty good. We've moved almost all the boats out of the keep out zone overnight. We are working one, but we're still underway. And right now, as a reminder, if for any reason we do not make our test flight today, we have backup launch windows. This could be either 24 or 48 hours after today, and it'll depend on how far we get into the countdown. But coming up on 25 minutes to go, everything is looking good, Kate.
In order to make life multiplanetary, we need a fully reusable vehicle that's capable of carrying a huge amount of cargo and a lot of people to orbit and have a pretty quick turnaround. The idea is to effectively reuse launch vehicles just like airplanes. Crowd is getting excited here in Hawthorne behind Mission Control, as you can hear. Now, imagine if you had to wait for a new airplane to be constructed every time you wanted to fly. You'd rarely go anywhere, and it would probably be completely unaffordable for most of us. In order for us to get to Mars and back with lots of people, multiple times, reusability is a must.
Now, in the near term and a bit closer to home here on Earth, Starship will be critical to other programs as well. Once it's operational, Starship will deliver the full-size and upgraded version of our Starlink satellites. And that's super exciting because our next generation satellites represent a step forward in Starlink's capabilities and will provide more bandwidth and increased reliability
Load has started on ship.
to connect millions of people around the world with high-speed internet.
And of course, Starship will fly a number of human spaceflight missions in the lead up to our first missions to Mars. Entrepreneur and pilot Jared Isaacman will command the first human spaceflight on Starship as part of the Polaris program. Jared served as a commander for Inspiration 4, the first all-civilian mission to orbit. Inspiration 4 launched aboard our Dragon spacecraft and Falcon 9 in September 2021, raising over $240 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. The first human spaceflight on Starship will launch as part of the Polaris program, and you can learn more about that series of missions at polarisprogram.com.
Now, our first lunar mission around the moon aboard Starship will be led by Japanese entrepreneur Yusaku Maezawa, also known as MZ. MZ flew to space for the first time in December 2021, and he purchased all of the seats aboard Starship's first lunar mission in order to give artists and creators from all over the world the opportunity to go. And the hope is that what they will create in space will further inspire all of us here back on planet Earth. Now, over 1 million people applied for this mission, and earlier this year, they announced the final 8 crew members were selected, and you can learn more about them and MZ's mission at dearmoon.earth.
Dennis and Akiko Tito are the first 2 crew members announced to fly on Starship's second commercial spaceflight around the moon. This will be Dennis's second mission to space after becoming the first commercial astronaut to visit the International Space Station in 2001, and Akiko will be among the first women to fly around the moon on a Starship. The Titos joined the mission to contribute to SpaceX's long-term goal to advance human spaceflight and help make life multiplanetary.
SpaceX is also incredibly honored to be part of NASA's Artemis program to establish a sustainable presence on the moon to prepare for missions to Mars. Starship's early test launches, followed by those regular Starlink deployment missions and propellant transfer demonstrations, are directly advancing NASA's Artemis program, along with SpaceX's ongoing mission to make life multiplanetary.
SpaceX will conduct an uncrewed demonstration mission to the moon prior to the Artemis 3 mission, which will mark humanity's first return to the lunar surface in more than 50 years. It's an exciting future, but let's talk a little about how we got to today.
Now, Starship testing ramped up in July of 2019 with the Star Hopper prototype. It's sort of a short version of the Starship that we see today. There's a picture of it on your screen, the lovable water tower. Now, standing at just over 18 meters tall, the Star Hopper had a single engine and was test flown to perform landing and low-level altitude maneuvers. Starship's initial flight test was a hop that reached about 20 meters in altitude. This was followed by a second hop, the one that we've got on our screen, that rose to 150 meters in altitude. We took a little jaunt away from the launch pad and ended up landing about 100 meters or so further away from it, and you can see that on your screen. Now, notably, this was the first time that we had used a Raptor engine in flight and demonstrated control of this kind.
As a Star Wars fan, I can't not see a flying R2-D2 there. Now, after a series of 150-meter hop tests with earlier prototypes, the Starship program saw a huge breakthrough during a test flight of the vehicle known as serial number 8, or SN8. SN8 demonstrated a first-of-its-kind controlled aerodynamic descent and landing flip maneuver. Yes, I'm talking about the belly flop. This 12.5-kilometer hop test took place December.
Oh no. Oh no. No, please, no, gosh, no. Okay, we'll get back.
2020 and saw the SN8 prototype ascend to an altitude of 12.5.
I'll refresh it later. Yeah, I need to refresh it. Okay. Here we go. There is a live
half kilometers and conduct a belly flop maneuver. While it didn't stick the and saw the SN8 prototype ascend to an altitude of 12.5 kilometers, conduct a belly flop maneuver. While it didn't stick the landing, the major milestone in the development of Starship.
I love seeing the belly flop maneuver. Now, testing continued with the prototype on serial number 9. That was a 10-kilometer flight test in February of 2021. We had a nominal ascent, engine cutoff, reorientation, and controlled descent were stable. However, we unfortunately had a dramatic ending to the end of that flight when we had a failure on its engine to relight. That resulted in one of those rapid unscheduled disassemblies. But what was really, really exciting about both serial numbers 8 and 9 is how quickly we were able to achieve just our primary objectives in those 2 high-altitude test flights. In addition to getting lots of great data, Starship successfully demonstrated control of the vehicle and subsonic re-entry capability.
Ultimately, we performed 9 Starship high-altitude test flights in total, and in May of 2021, SN15 launched from Starbase, reached an altitude of about 10 kilometers, performed a number of maneuvers, and safely returned to the launch site. This was the first Starship prototype to fly, control its descent, safely land, and to be recovered in one piece.
Now, having achieved that success in our suborbital campaign, one of the next big challenges for upper stage reusability is to survive the high heating hypersonic phase of entry. Combined with the ability to refill our Starship's tank with fuel and oxygen while on orbit is what will enable a fully reusable transportation system that's designed to carry both crew and cargo on these long-duration interplanetary flights, and that's ultimately what will help humanity return to the moon and travel to Mars and beyond in our solar system.
So as you can tell, it is nothing but an iterative process to get to the point that we are today and where we will go from here. That iteration is a core process of how we work here at SpaceX. We like to fly and we like to test early and often, both on the side of hardware and software.
Yeah, that's an awesome point, Kate. Now, we are continuing our countdown to Starship liftoff just over 17 minutes from now. So, of course, let's check in with John for another status update. John?
Thanks, Shiva. Clock is coming up on T-minus 17 minutes from liftoff. We're continuing to click towards 0. However, right now we've just begun listening in. The first stage team is working a pressurization issue. They're troubleshooting that right now. Now, we do have the option, if need be, if we can't solve this, then we would hold the count and probably treat today as a wet dress and not be able to launch. However, we are continuing to do propellant loading on both the Super Heavy and the ship stages. Now, most recently, we began loading liquid oxygen and methane fuel into the header tanks on Starship. At the very top, just underneath the nose there are 2 small spherical tanks. That's where the fuel and liquid oxygen header tanks are. That started at T-minus 27 minutes, and that propellant loading will continue until T-minus 9 minutes. We'll also continue loading the main tanks of the Starship second stage, although they're pretty much full right now. Everything will drain back as we get ready for launch at T-minus 5 minutes. Now, on the first stage, we're continuing to load the massive amount of propellant onto the Super Heavy booster. That's going to continue until T-minus 3 minutes. You can see the frost line on some of the views as both liquid methane and liquid oxygen go into the tank. It's 16 minutes and counting. We're also currently configuring the launch pad for liftoff. The booster hold downs are being prepared for the release at liftoff, and the second stage quick disconnect is beginning its configuration for release. The liquid oxygen and methane that are going into the second stage go through that quick disconnect. You can see it in some of the views, the arm that comes out just at the base of the second stage. That'll move out of the way as we lift off. At the same time, the SpaceX team continues to check in with the Coast Guard. We're working one boat that's in the safety perimeter. They are working to get that boat out of the way. We cleared several other boats out overnight. We're down to one, and we expect that'll be clear so that we can proceed with launch out over the Gulf of Mexico. But as a reminder, T-minus 15 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. We are working an issue on the first stage, and we'll bring an update as we get more insight into that issue.
Now, today's test flight is taking place out of our Starbase facility in South Texas, and that facility has gone through a tremendous amount of change and growth in a really short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, 3 years ago, not much even existed there. It was a very different scene, as you can see by that photo there on your screen. Fast forward to today, and the team is building out an entire production line.
Yeah, last year they built 4 Starship Super Heavy boosters, 5 Starships, our 200th Raptor 2 engine, and this year they're targeting 5 boosters, 8 Starships in production for 2023. And really, you do need a production system to rapidly iterate, like we were talking about earlier, on the design of the vehicle as we learn more about it from these large tests.
Yeah, absolutely. Pulling on my industrial engineering background, system fill is something that is critical to that goal. Being able to produce and launch multiple Starships means that we have to have a system full of those production vehicles, and we iterate on each one. So even the next Starship that will fly in whatever the next test is will be different than the one that you see there on your screen now.
Now, the employees who have been at SpaceX a while say that Starbase does remind them of the early Falcon 1 days, except moving a whole lot faster.
The team at Starbase is expanding as fast as the facilities are, and if you've ever wondered what life at Starbase is like, here's a quick peek. Starbase directly employs more than 1,800 employees and is actually the largest employer in the area.
Yeah, and from that video, you can really tell, like, it's a beautiful location. It's close to the ocean. There's tons of wildlife. And that's because being close to the equator is actually a fantastic way to get to orbit.
Yeah, I love that we have so many employee events that allow us to participate with ocean cleanup and other environmental efforts there. We'd also like to thank Cameron County for being so supportive for all of our work in that area. Now, in addition to Starbase, we'll soon be adding another Texas location to the SpaceX family. We're opening a new facility in Bastrop, Texas, just outside of Austin, to support Starlink hardware production. The new facility will be over 500,000 square feet of manufacturing space, and the team has already started hiring.
Now, we have all kinds of openings in production and manufacturing for technicians and leadership and manufacturing engineers and all kinds of site support roles. Basically, if you can think of a role, we're probably hiring for it.
So if you're interested in helping expand human life to other planets or helping internet access here on Earth, consider becoming part of the SpaceX team at spacex.com/careers. Now, with that, let's check back in with Zach down at Starbase one last time before launch. Howdy, Zach.
Hello, Kate and Shiva again. You can really feel the energy here at South Padre Island as more of the SpaceX team have gathered. We're standing just over 5 miles away from the launch mount, and so from here we've got a very nice view. I would basically say these are some of the best front row seats you could get, and might I add, beachside as well. Now, the Starship team has worked incredibly hard to get ready for this test, and we're all clearly excited for T0. And as we get into the final moments, one issue that could hold the countdown or cancel the test altogether is if a boat enters the safety perimeter. Now, over my shoulder is the Gulf of Mexico, which is normally very open to all of the boaters and fishers. However, today, SpaceX is closely coordinating with the United States Coast Guard to establish a safe zone and ensure public safety. And up to T0, SpaceX is in regular communication with the Coast Guard to ensure there are no boats in the area leading up to the launch. Now, fingers crossed that that does not happen. Now, I'll throw it back to the folks at Hawthorne as we get closer and closer to that T-0.
We're just inside T-minus 9 minutes and counting. We're listening on one of the background loops right now. Flight director is talking about the issue we've had on first stage, working the pressurization system. Decision right now is that we are going to stop the launch for today. We're going to transition the launch attempt to a wet dress rehearsal. So that means we're going to continue with the countdown sequence of events. We'll continue loading propellant, finishing up here shortly on the second stage. We'll also continue loading propellant onto the first stage, wrapping up at T-minus 3 minutes. We're also going to go through pressurization steps, other steps of the countdown. This will be a full validation for the team, but currently the plan right now is we're waiting for final word, is that I think at T-minus 10 seconds, we will finally stop the clock and then recycle the countdown for today.
I need to say this. Shit.
Now we're inside T-minus 8 minutes
Probably
and counting.
go to scrub. No,
We're
please.
continuing to
no.
load propellant
no.
on both the first and
I
second
want
stage.
to
You
see
can see
this
the Starship
launch,
second
please.
stage with the heat shield tiles there.
No.
Carriage arms are open. You can see the condensation around the first stage tank as we load liquid methane, liquid oxygen into the large super heavy first stage.
No, please.
That propellant loading is continuing until T-minus 3 minutes. As a reminder, and there's our great view looking up at the Raptor engines, the 33 engines. There's an outer ring of 20 engines, and then there's an inner set of 13. Those are the engines that can gimbal and adjust the course of the Starship vehicle on the way up. And of course, the first stage as it comes back down towards the water landing in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, when both stages are loaded, you can see the condensation frost on the side of the first stage. We'll have just over 10 million pounds of liquid propellant on board. Inside T-minus 7 minutes, we're continuing to count. Team is preparing for the hold and scrub at T-minus 10 seconds.
No. They're scrubbing.
Now, the good news is everything's been going
Scrub.
good. We're just working that one issue. So we are continuing to count. Team will get this as an excellent opportunity to run the end-to-end of the system. Now, in a launch, in the next few minutes, the guidance system would be performing its final alignment. We will be doing that this morning. The automated flight termination system would be armed. We won't need to arm it today as we won't be flying. And we'll do final thrust vector control checkouts, what we call wiggles of the Raptor engines on the first and second stages.
No, they're
Now, normally
scrubbing.
in a
No.
countdown, if we needed to hold, there's a view of the second stage
my
Raptor
God.
engines.
Oh,
Just above the first stage.
Yeah.
Now, as I
they're-
mentioned, in a regular countdown,
No.
if we needed to hold, that would come at T-minus
I
40
don't know if they're
seconds.
scrubbing. Maybe.
That's the point in the countdown where we can pause to wait for final
Gosh
checkouts
darn it.
or pressurization to complete. Now, earlier this morning, we thought we might have to hold it 40 seconds. Everything's looking good, except for the one pressurization issue that the team is going to have to troubleshoot after this morning.
Maybe
So we
they're
won't
scrubbed.
Stop at 40
Yeah, they're
seconds right
scrubbing.
now. We'll continue all the way down to 10 seconds, and then we'll go into a recycle.
going into a wet dress rehearsal here, and I actually
Now we're
think
coming up T-minus 5 minutes. Overall, though, Kate, Shiva, it's been a good day. It's a little sad listening to the flight director say that we're going to have to stop at 10 seconds. But I guess that's for everybody. It gives us a real run-through of the launch vehicle.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Of course, we wanted to see fire today. and
No,
lift off, but that's okay. The point of the countdown
when
is
it's the next
to allow
opportunity.
the teams to
Oh,
progress to that
gosh,
T0 time in a coordinated fashion, and really to unveil any issues prior to the ignition sequence. So the countdown did its job today. It allowed us to identify that press issue, and like John mentioned, the teams are going to work through it, and we are going to basically call it off at T-minus 10 seconds. But the integrated launch teams and us, we are going to treat this as if it were still a launch day. We're going to do this, what we now call a wet dress rehearsal.
Yeah, and we've mentioned the term a couple of times here. We call it a wet dress rehearsal because we are wetting the propellant tanks. We are loading propellant into the vehicle. We've talked about the frost line a little bit here. That exercises the stage 0 system, the ground system, all of our infrastructure that loads propellants onto the pad. That exercises our procedures for the mission control teams. We're monitoring telemetry on the mission control consoles, looking at the pressures and the rates and the temperatures, and some of those
Hello,
things look a little bit
everyone.
different when
Welcome
you're
to the
getting
live
up to the
stream.
pre-flight
By the
pressurization
way,
levels and full propellant load.
if anybody's joining this stream, please do join the stream. SpaceX is currently scrubbing, because they're now transitioning this to a wet dress rehearsal. So that means that they're going to proceed until T-minus 10 seconds. But but after that, they're going to call a scrub because, I don't know, I didn't remember what happened, but maybe like some boat entered the area. But yeah, if any people in chat were actually paying attention to what was happening, please let me know in chat what happened. Oh my god, SpaceX is it's like 15K away from 1 million views on their official stream. Oh my god. Crazy, huh? But yeah, sadly, I think SpaceX is going to scrub. But you know what? Screw it. Let's just see what happens, you know? If it explodes, oh, please, gosh. No, please don't. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Stand with the stream. Oh, look at that beautiful view. But yeah, T-minus 1 minute, and yeah, they're scrubbing. Let me listen in, actually.
And go first stage propellant load.
Let's listen
Just
in.
now wrapping up the second stage, even the header tanks up under the nose of the Starship that you can see on the monitors. Actually, that all went very well today. The weather was excellent. Everything was looking good. Sadly, we just have the one issue, but that is letting the team continue to count down. And we're going to continue with it here until we get the clock hold at T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, so for those of you that have just joined us, we're now at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds to what would have been the launch of our Starship flight test, but unfortunately, due to a stage 1 issue, we are going to utilize today as a wet dress rehearsal. Instead, we are not going to attempt launch. The teams are basically saying that we're scrubbing our launch attempt for today, and we are expecting a minimum of 48 hours in order to recycle. So it's all good news, though. There's nothing really to be sad about other than we had hoped to be able to lift off today, but that's okay.
But one thing to point out for folks, when we do come back, when we clear this and we fly, one of the things you'll hear in the last minute, you won't be hearing us because we'll be listening to the countdown. But at T-minus 30.
Sorry for interrupting, but I literally have 3 views and it's literally scrubbing. But don't leave just yet. I have something to say. They're like doing a wet dress rehearsal, so just don't leave just yet. It's going to stop at T-minus 10 seconds. So just please, just stand by. I'll put the launch audio here.
And they are holding for a moment. in the end, they will release that hold. We'll go the last 30 seconds. But yes, when we do get the day of launch,
By the way, just wanted to address one of our people in chat. Say it was an issue on the first stage. So thank you so much. So yeah, let's continue to listen in.
here at T-minus 40 seconds,
And admire the views.
Super Heavy and Starship are looking good. So with that, Kate, it's been a fast-paced morning. Kiva, we got through it fairly quickly. But at this point, we're going to have to call it a morning.
Yeah, that's right. So for those of you that have recently just joined us, we unfortunately had a hold on the countdown today, and that is going to scrub our launch attempt. But we are expecting a minimum of 48 hours in order to recycle. So be sure to keep an eye on our social channels, and we'll share information as soon as it becomes available. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
I'll lower the microphone so everyone, I'm just going to do this. No, they scrubbed. Okay, whatever. Wait just yet. Just wait a little bit, guys. No, what is this happening here on stream? Sorry. Whatever. Nothing happened. Okay. No, okay, whatever. So yeah. They scrubbed. That was sad. So, for everyone that's just joining, thinking I'm a weirdo, let me recap what happened. So basically, SpaceX was attempting to launch the Starship, but it scrubbed because of an issue in the first stage. So that's why they scrubbed. But, oh my god, they were almost there. They were almost there. And oh boy, it was exciting. But yeah, by the way, thank you so much for everyone that's just joining, giving the video a like. Thank you so much. But yeah, SpaceX has scrubbed due to an issue on the first stage, and they will expect a minimum of 48 hours. Sorry, 48 hours until the next launch attempt. So yeah, thank you so much for all of the support. Oh my god, for people watching me, thank you. But yeah, that was unfortunate. So yeah. By the way, if there's any people in chat, please ask a question before we leave the live stream. So make sure just to leave your question in chat. But yeah, they scrubbed. No, why? And they're so like in 48 hours there's supposed to be a Falcon 9, so I'm probably no. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream that. And there's no date. I need to see this happen. I need to live stream. Nobody cares. I'll figure it out, and if I can't, I'll do it anyways, because this is what I do, and I do it for you guys. Thank you so much for every appreciation in chat. Oh, thank you, Volkikas for everything. Thank you, MJ Silver Magazine. Thank you, G Guarita, and thank you for everyone. Thank you for Ryan King. Thank you for SpaceX for doing what they're doing, and we at least got a preview of the views. And thank you for all of you that leave the like, that are subscribing. Oh my god, 114 subscribers. Thank you so much. 3 viewers currently watching. Thank you so much. But yeah. MJ's, when is the next launch attempt? Says, Silver Magazine. I don't know. It's probably in 48 hours. They say that will take time for the recycling process, I think. But, that's sad. Oh my god, I had so much. Thank you, at least SpaceX. Thank you, SpaceX, for not streaming. As I'm going to. Don't worry, I'm going to make this stream better than it was. Silver Mags, yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for all. No, you guys can't thank me. I will thank you for watching, for supporting me. Everybody that is on Patreon, everybody that joins the Discord. By the way, do you want to join the Discord? I have a Discord. Let me put the link in chat for you guys. You guys want to join the Discord? It's amazing. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Ping that. Thank you very much. There we go. Join the Discord, so you can be up to date. But yeah. Join the Discord, and yeah, so there's going to be like 48 hours of finishing process. By the way, credit to Lap Padre right here in chat. For Lap Padre for these live views. For everyone that's tuning in, thank you so much for joining this live stream. There are going to be probably 48 hours until they can launch. And I don't know, because I have things to do with my life. I have like school and stuff. But you know what? I don't care. It's Starship. It's the biggest rocket ever. Thank you all for joining. And yeah, more updates. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. Plugs. Wow, Kion, you're amazing. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Give me money. I need to, guys. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Thank you. Yeah. Hope you join. Next time I'll update. You'll probably see. By the way, let me actually just project my screen. Just so I can give some credit. I don't need this anymore. Goodbye. Let me put just this right here. Oops. Whatever. Yeah. Let me credit here to Next Spaceflight right here. It's an amazing website where you can see launches of rockets. And yeah, we have, so you can list all rockets, and we'll give you every single rocket. Look, Falcon Heavy is launching soon. I'll be definitely live streaming that. One of the last Delta IV Heavies, one more after this one, and Delta IV is dead completely. Sorry, YouTube. Please don't demonetize me. I don't have monetization, so whatever. And yeah, Firefly. We have Firefly Alpha here. Wait, if I say okay, whatever. And we have a few other, rockets, Electron stuff. And the very cool thing about this is that not only you can search, they changed that logo. Nice. You can also see news. You can filter them by SpaceX, and a few others here. And you can download their app, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I do recommend, so you can stay tuned. And yep, everyone, that has been my live coverage of the official launch of Starship. Fortunately, didn't launch due to first stage error. But yeah, 48 hours until the next opportunity. But until the recycle time, till they can recycle. So yeah. Not today, so yeah. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Kion, and yeah, stand by, and we'll see you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, I have been Kion. Am Kion, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.